Hello traders, this is Dimitrios Haralampidis from Snail Trading, and in this video we're gonna examine my counts and views on the Canadian dollar, actually the United States dollar against the Canadian dollar. Looking at the weekly chart, I have removed every alternative from the chart, although there's still a possibility that this is not the end of the up move and it is actually only the end of wave 3. But if that's the case, then this is definitely not the end of wave 4. So the point here is that my primary scenario I believe, according to my primary scenario, that we already have seen a major top here, a long-term top here, and this dark cloud pattern here, which has been confirmed by several bearish candles that followed, remains intact, and now we have a break below this trend line, the momentum, which means it is not a sure signal, because it is just a small drop below the trend line, and actually we can draw the trend line in a different way that will pay attention to this low and not this low, and thus in this case it is not broken, the line is not yet broken, but I believe that next week prices will move lower, breaking this trend line, which will signal the change in the long-term momentum of the pair. Prices didn't even touch the 21 week moving average, simple moving average, but I believe that this hesitation to move below this level is exactly due to the appearance of this SMA at around those levels. If we go to the daily chart, we see also why I believe that this was a major top, and it is due to, again, to my Elliott wave interpretation, and if this is actually wave 1, this is wave 2 and wave 3, 4 and 5, then the distance traveled from the beginning of wave 1 until the top of wave 3 projected by the wave 4 is a very common target for the end of wave 5, and we see how prices exactly found resistance around this level. And actually, if we look into smaller time frames, this move counts very well as a 5-wave move to the upside, and the reversal also until here counts as a 5, and thus I believe that this was the end of this move. The alternative of course would be that this is only part this move is only part of wave 3, and thus this is wave 4, and we will have another high from here. But given the state of the momentum, at least for now, which is the 14-day RSI remains below the neutrality area and below the SMA, which provides resistance for now, I believe that prices will continue to the downside. And there is more evidence about that if we go into smaller time frames. And now let's examine the 4-hour chart. I will go into much smaller time frames with this video, because I want to make my point about the non-existence of alternatives. I believe that this is the only way to count this decline from here. On the previous analysis of mine, I had an alternative count on the chart that would consider this as A, B, C for wave 4 finished here, but I have already removed it after this price action here. Let's start with the primary scenario and then examine the alternatives and why they are not valid not probable, but they're also not valid. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is an ending diagonal within this wave 5 and the end of wave 1 here. Then we have a correction to the upside, that is wave 2, and an impulse to the downside. The problem comes with this move here, which I counted as an ABC correction, but it wouldn't be a surprise to be actually a 5-wave move to the upside. I will show you why I'm saying that in the lower time frame in a minute. But the price action that followed is it looks choppy on the 4-hour chart. But what is more important to see on this chart, we will examine the internals of the moves in the lower time frames. What is more important to see on the 4-hour chart is that the 55 period SMA on the 4-hour chart seems to be a very important support and resistance, a very important dynamic support and resistance level. We see how the rebound was rejected several times here. Then we had a break, a test, and prices didn't manage to move further away from the SMA. They tested again, a small bounce, and then a break to the downside. And since then, again, we have several attempts here to move above it. Both, all of them rejected. Excuse me, not all of them were rejected. A sharp decline, and Friday's rebound also was rejected at this same level, and 2 bearish candles followed. Although we would like to see a break below the 21 period SMA to confirm the bearish reversal, and prices to move below this candle here to get further confidence, more confidence on this count. But at least what we see here is that this dynamic support level, a resistance level, support and resistance level, of course, held strong during the last rebound. If we go another step further, we see that prices are making lower highs. This is a higher high and this is a lower high, while the RSI, the 14 period RSI on the 4-hour chart, makes a higher high, which creates the divergence and also suggests lower prices in the coming sessions. Let's move on the 1-hour chart now to see the internals of the moves and explain you my point of view and why I believe that there is no bullish alternative, at least at this point. This drop here and the reversal to the upside, and then back to a new low, and the continuation from here suggests that here we have a 1-2, a series of 1-2 waves, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 3, and wave 4 here, and then this is a strange looking wave, but it could be like an ending diagonal here for wave 5, and this completes wave 1. Then we have overlapping waves as an ABC here, wave 2, and the alternative was this to be wave A, this wave B, and this wave C, but it didn't happen in the sense that I mean, even if we count this up move from here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a completed wave 1 here, the retracement that followed is pretty much 100% of the move, and that makes it very very unlikely, let's say, to be a wave 2. Wave 2s, they can retrace much of the prior move of wave 1, but it is unlikely that they will retrace 99% of the move. So even though I cannot be sure that this is not a 5-wave move to the upside, I prefer to count it as an ABC. that completed wave 2 here, and this price action that looks choppy can be counted as a 5-wave move, because we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 1 here. This price action counts well as a 3, 1, 2, 3 for wave 2, and then we have another wave, 3-wave move to the downside, 5-wave move to the downside, excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And indeed this whole move could be an ABC, like that, A, B, C, but again the problem is with the extent to which it has retraced this this move that is supposed to be wave 1 on a bullish alternative scenario. Actually, if I draw the Fibonacci retracement tool on the chart, you will see that it is more than 90, I don't know, 97, 98% of the move, which makes it very little likely to be a wave 2. So let's continue examining the bearish scenario, and I'm gonna go into before I go into a smaller time frame to see the internals of the moves here. I'm considering about this move here, because it should be corrective if the bearish scenario has to play. The point here, I have to make some points on the 1-hour chart before I go into the 30 and 15-minute chart. The points that I would like to make here is, again, the higher high here, lower high here, lower high here, higher high here, which creates divergence on the momentum, and thus it suggests lower prices. We also have a cross here, and although the momentum, the RSI is trying to reverse higher, I believe that it will actually move lower from here. Also, we don't see any divergence between those lows here, and that would be a sign that we have some relationship between wave A and C, because they usually diverge, and also prices really didn't manage to stay above the 61.8 retracement of this move, and they didn't even touch the 78.6% retracement. Prices from here, the waves from here looks corrective, so let's go into smaller time frames right now to see what's going in there. This is the 30-minute chart. We cannot see very clearly what happens here, but we can see clearly that this is a 5-wave move to the downside. And I'm going to 15-minute chart, and even better to the 5-minute chart. This is the low here, and we have choppy price action here, which of course this price action can be counted like a leading diagonal, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and probably wave 5 have finished here. This could be any diagonal of this this move. So we have wave 1 here, and then we should count from here wave 2. If it is an impulse, this must be wave 2, and then we should have another 1, 2, and another 1, 2, and this should be 3, but price is already reversed here. So if it is an impulse, we're talking about another 1, 2 here, which makes it very little probable to be the case. So I believe that this whole pattern here is some kind of a complex correction, which I must be I must say that I am not sure how I should count it, but the whole overlapping of the wave suggests that this is a correction, most probably, rather than an impulse to the upside. Furthermore, the break outside of the channel and the fact that after the break below the 21 period SMA, although keep in mind that we're talking about a 5-minute chart and they are fairly unpredictable, the price moves at such a low time frames, we see a tendency, however, that prices are rejected by this SMA. Any attempt was rejected, and also we hit here this SMA, and we expect prices to move lower from here. And if we move lower from here, we're about to break this support level at this level here at 37.42, let's say 37.40, which will create an overlap with this wave here, which is supposed to be wave 1 of whatever the move. And since we cannot count the 5-wave move, a 5-wave move inside here, if we overlap this top here, or even this top, but more confidently this top, if we overlap this top here, we can be confident that the whole move here was a correction rather than an impulse, and prices will continue to the downside according to our longer term Elliott wave scenario. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. That is a series of 1, 2s that is a little bit problematic, but keeping in mind that this is a potential reversal of such a strong uptrend on the Canadian dollar, such kind of price action is to be expected. So this is my outlook for the pair. I hope it was helpful. I wish you good luck with trading next week, and see you next week. Goodbye.